Hello. This is an open letter to the clown dressed completely in monochrome green that has been tracking me across the country to hunt me down and kill me. I'd like to start off by commending your dedication to absolute misery, a horrible aesthetic, and the inability to get over what happened in the distant past. I say monochrome green, and a horrid lime green at that, which would have totally washed you out if you had any skin left. But I know all the tumbles you take off of your penny farthing has got the tulle of your tutu and the spandex of your exoskeleton all dirty and muddy. When I placed that curse on your family, I really wasn't expecting you to take up clowndom, but I will say it suits you very well. You cannot imagine the laughs the Coven and I have gotten out of watching your various falls, misfortunes, and acts of violence committed against you. Hearing you try to curse and scream without a tongue is so fun. I actually have one of my favorite of your tortured garbles set as my morning alarm. It's a great way to start the day. So the curse. Let's unpack that. When I visited your hometown of Asheville, Oklahoma, 1893, it wasn't in my books to set a generational curse on your family. In fact, I hadn't planned on visiting Asheville at all. I took a shit ton of MDMA and accidentally ended up responding to a summoning that some local devil worshippers completely botched. By the time my flesh and bone had arrived, I had already drained the life force of everyone in the circle. So I decided to set fire to the Drab Shack and make the most of my situation by exploring the humble little town that I got fucking bamfed to. I made my way onto the dirt path road and followed it to the town center. I took some time to cackle at your pathetic church. And that's when I met your mother. She started telling me I was going to go to hell for, laughing at the Holy Father's place of worship. So I started hitting on her, complimenting her sallow skin and hardened palms. She's a real catch, your mom. Then she saw the fire and started screaming and running to your house, so I followed her and pestered her to include a plate for me at your table. She called me a heartless queer, and that upset me due to the inaccuracy of the statement. Not only did I have my own heart, but my blood and organs can only continue pumping me around as long as I eat 3 adulterous hearts a month. So I explained this to her and suggested that if she didn't want to do me the honor of sleeping with her, I could always take her husband's heart, who had been sleeping with one of his male farmhands. At this point, she physically assaulted me and screamed, "God will turn your skin green, and your insides rotten, and you will burn in hell forever." I thought this was crossing the line, so I put Mr. Nice Wench to bed and grabbed her skull in my hands and gave her what she asked for. Me and green. And also every single other thing in that horrid lime green you clad yourself in. It's blindness, really. But instead of darkness or lack of light or whatever, it's all lime green, baby! in my defense, I thought it would be very funny. And I was right. Also, I didn't think you would mind that much, considering both you and your family don't exist, but in fact have only come into being through my will and my words. Really, I feel like you should be grateful. Although, maybe you would be expressing gratitude if you had a tongue. I guess we'll never know. I do applaud the ferocity and extent of your spite, though, that you've willed yourself into physicality at this imagined snub against your fabricated family through the pursuit of revenge alone. However, and this will be where we leave off, you can't really be that motivated, because I've basically stayed in the same part of the world for the past, 6 years. I don't know why it's taken you over a century to track me down. Regardless, I wish you luck in your endeavor, and I hope to face you in hand-to-hand combat soon. Yours truly, Agnes.